Hi, happy Friday. I wanted to share something with you today, and it's more than a pearl of wisdom. It's a whole strand of pearls. And it's been heavy on my heart, and I couldn't even sleep much last night. So I'm just going to let it out. It's not going to be applicable to all of you, but to the some of you, and even if it touches a few of you, I will have accomplished something. One of the 10 Commandments is Kabed et avicha v'yetimecha laman yarichun yamecha. Honor thy father and thy mother, so that your days will be lengthened, which means that you'll live a long life. After visiting my friend in hospice and also seeing other people with parents and hearing other people that still have parents around, this is what I know. I grew up very luckily that I got to know both my sets of grandparents. And I saw how my father and mother treated their parents with utmost respect, literally like a king and queen. My mother treated her mother-in-law just like her mother. That mother-in-law of my mother's lived a very long life till in their 90s, and she was tough, but my mom had always utmost respect for her. And I guess that fell through the cracks into all of us. And I respected my parents, me and my siblings and I, we all had utmost respect for my parents. How so? The one thing that hit me the most this week was if a parent of yours is in the hospital, and then I hear someone say, oh, well, I got an aide. You know what? No aide in the world is going to do what you have to do. Just this week when I was in the hospice, the aide was sitting on a chair on the other side of the room. There was no one holding his hand, no one giving him love, no one fighting for him. He was coughing terribly, and I had to get the nurse in there, and I had to beg her to give him the cough medicine that he was asking for because he wanted to be comfortable, and she wanted him to cough up the phlegm. And I said, just let him be comfortable, without saying the words, how much more time does he have? Now, if I wasn't there fighting, nothing would have happened. Point being that then there was times in the hospital when I was with my mother or my father, and they told them to fast, and then 6 hours later we found out it was the wrong day. If there was no one there to check up on them, they would have fasted. There were times that there was almost really big boo-boos that the nurses were going to do, and if one of us was not there to catch it, I'd hate to say what could have happened. It's just important. So just know that if you still have a parent and you have company, serve them first. Treat them like a queen and king. They brought you into the world. Plus, we have a commandment to honor them. Phone them every day. Be there for them. I'm not telling you that, like when my mom or dad got sick, I got on an airplane and I was there in a moment. Not all of you can do that, but you need to make good provisions, and it's not an aid. Get a cousin, get a friend. Do what you have to do to be with your parents or there for your parents until the day that they pass. You only get one set of parents, and you only get one chance. So I hope I'm driving home this message. If you have still a mother or a father, number one, the way you treat them, you're setting an example for your children. So that's super important. And that's how they're going to treat you, hopefully. And number two, you still have that mitzvah. You have that huge opportunity to honor them. When we got a call that my mom and dad weren't well, one of us was on a plane immediately. Even if we had to borrow the money, we were there. And yes, is it comfortable to sleep on a chair for a week or 2 or 3? It doesn't matter. We were there and took care of our parents until the very last breath. And we took turns. Sometimes we didn't. There were many times that I went and just sat there and alone. It was scary. It was hard. But you know what? It's my mom. It's my dad. And now they're not around. But I did my best. Never raised my voice to my parents, and always had super, super respect for them. So for those of you that still have this mitzvah, this opportunity, take advantage and do it right. For heaven's sakes, do it right. You can't hire someone to love your mother and father. So do what you have to do. until they pass and do it right. God bless you and have a great weekend.